G'day, today we're gonna be back into Oxygen Not Included, and this will be for session 19. I think we're on here. Now, two things that I think I need to address very first from the... let's pause that for a second. From what said was, first thing to point out was that I haven't put a bath time in this lower schedule, so that's what that should have been. So as opposed to that fall, I think that because there's a separation there, I was seeing that as the same clue as that. So definitely thank you for pointing that one out. Now the other one is going to be this. Now there's a tile called a join. Oh, maybe it's probably going to be in power. Should be a joint plate. So what I need is this to be operating. But I don't have refined metals for it. Right. So, the next thing that we're going to have to do then is get our refined metals. So what we want to do is the guy here, I don't think that our metal refinery, that's the sort of comment that seems to be coming up a bit, is that is probably sitting in a pretty bad spot. And I happily agree with that. It really was just sitting there as a placeholder for a while. The other thing I think I want to address in this soon is to get this water. I think that this is so close that if my intention is to make this a single cavern, I'm probably better off trying to clear this out before that happens. So let's start that off. Now we don't really need to go too much too wide in building this, so we'll just build a ladder straight down. Cancel those two, and we will just build two high line across. What's in that? Is there anything? It's carbon dioxide, so it's not too big a deal. So what we can do, build a ladder. If we go up, I suppose if we go up, that carbon dioxide will stay in that cavern. That won't work. It's alright, so let's cancel that. The best way to get around that, I think just embrace the carbon dioxide, I suppose. Let's dig through. Dig that out. And then we'll dig that out there. And then that'll allow us to get a ladder into there. What we'll do is we'll just run our electricity and piping through, down, put in the lowest point, pump all the water from there to our reserve that's also again looking pretty lean. Yeah, let's take the seed. I should probably cancel these guys building all of this for now. And we'll just deconstruct the power wires that are on this side of it. Now I'm not going to get rid of that just yet, just in case I pivot back to using it, but at this point I don't think I will. I've still got no power running to that, so I've obviously put the power in there. Yep. We can, yeah, he's still disabled, that's fine. The temperature is definitely going down in there, so I think what we need to do is insulate these walls. So that it doesn't keep spreading out into the... We probably want to cancel those ones, just in case that's where the heat's coming from. Just to encourage that to stay a bit warmer. Tired there, Maze. It's a bad oxygen area. Yeah. Can definitely understand May why you've got to keep running back and forth on that one. Missing research station. Selected research focus requires a virtual planetarium to perform. Alright. I assume that means that I've dipped really deep into some of these, so let's just shift to that one for now. I was wondering as well, my intention of having, say, potentially this heavy wire just run straight down this ladder and sort of be the predominant part of this down basically the ladder that is the main point of my entire town here. People did mention that it is actually pretty bad for how much, like, it sort of makes them a little less happy getting to see it. But if I built this so that, say, I removed all the doors, say, a further step back from the ladder, so that there's a 2-step point on the ladder, and then in front of every door, between the ladder and the door, I put a masterpiece, or just sort of something that May had built, would that really counterbalance it? Is that too expensive a sort of a project to do, or what? What do we think of that? Is that a good way to try and approach it that it does allow me to still have sort of that heavy-duty wire run down the middle? I would have thought with everything else going on, I can't imagine that being a sticking point for me if I lived here. It would almost be a thing of comfort knowing that there was the power was going through such a major line rather than the tiny little cables everywhere else. Now, I'm going to have to dig out the top of this as well. Because there's some good copper in there, and I think copper is something I don't have heaps of. And we will dig out that. And that as well, just because we don't want them used as lips to basically stop this water from getting to the lowest point. Definitely should then look to dig maybe down here for further exploration, because there's so much copper down here that seems like it'd be worthwhile. And I guess some polluted water we can also claim into our tank. We want to make a huge tank of polluted water if we do think we're using enough of it. And I guess if we do start to just convert it, I mean, I could potentially put in a water sieve because it's not germed at all, so I could use it and claim it for my actual water source, drinking water. I don't think that those guys are gonna hatch today. I would say they're probably gonna wait till the next sessions where we're gonna get our eggs coming up. It does look like it's slowed down a fair bit. So if I picked up some of these wheezewort and put that So at the back here, they could possibly help out the high temperatures that some of these guys experience. The thing I'm really curious about too is that metal. The metal one that I just removed, because it does sound like that's going to generate a lot of heat. So I need to be sort of on point for... Right, so that's way too big for where I'm... No, I just need to flip it around. That's fine. And that's saying that you don't need a helmet until you pass this point. Then you do need a helmet. Okay. I guess these guys over here are building at the moment, which is why the ladder down the bottom might not be focus of the builders. There we go, let's see how that's insulated. It's definitely warmed it up. Now I don't know if I'm making it too hot in there. These guys, I assume if they want at least 35, then 37, 38 is probably going to be a good temperature to hold them at. I think that there's some... I did do some gas pipes. Yeah, good. That's that one. What are the wrong element? What's getting damaged there? This one? Oh, is it because there's not a mask in there? Just disable those till we've got the requests met. Okay. The next part of this will be, we want liquid pump. And then we want liquid pipe, and then we also need the power. There's no real point actually that I've pause for a second. Cancel these. I realize there's no point to actually make this go over the top of the anyway, I was decided to go over the top there, but I suppose I'm going to delete it all anyway, so just sort of sit how it sits for now. Power consumers. Now, I realize I probably don't want to be making too much excess food either, because that excess food is just going to be sitting there and it's not refrigerated, so it's going to be sort of just going after that. Now, I suppose I could ask Mima to sort of pickle it. which I believe would sort of just extend the sort of the life expectancy of the food. So I guess that's a question for this one then. To save my food from expiring as much, especially if we are sort of making so much, and eventually I could potentially run out of my 52 tons of dirt. Would I be better off just asking Mima to forever pickle the meal that I've got, just so that they're it's not going to expire at any point? Now this is another thing I'm a bit confused about, in that we're waiting for delivery here, but if I've disabled the building, will they stop looking to fulfill that? Do I have any masks already sitting here? I thought I made a few of them, but it's saying that there's no contents. I think I've got more copper, so we've got 3 more masks. So we'll just put in an order for 3 for now. And grey wax stinky. This decor overlay is something that we want to look at. So we can get a sense from that, a real clear sense from that about what rooms are good, what rooms are bad, and what potential changes I should look to make. I guess what rooms people spend time in that probably could look nicer. Actually surprised at how quickly we got through all the water there after I pumped it from here. I thought that was giving me a big supply, but I realized that what might have happened is that people stopped using this water down here, and so it didn't seem to be as bad because there was 2 different water supplies that were operating, whereas now I've only dropped to the one here. Now, that's all granite, so I think what we might do is we'll dig out that, give us a bit more headspace. Then we can probably just pile this up as well. Although I don't want Ellie and that just going over and taking this as their priority. I'd rather them working down the bottom than this, but fine. Ellie likes to dig, we'll let Ellie dig. I think he's very happy about something. Also got Ellie down here working on the oxygen, so we just want to see if she does her objection at the moment. hydrogen climate, so it doesn't sound like I'm anywhere near that. So I'd say maybe we'll just immune to food poisoning, that's good. Increased germ resistance, that's good. Decreased creativity, doesn't matter because we don't want anyone doing that. Increased decor morale bonus. Decor. Increased decor morale bonus. A decor morale bonus allows duplicants to receive morale boosts from lower decor values. So why is that a negative? It's just that she likes it, she just can't do it. She seems pretty good. It does seem like these are two things that being immune to it seems huge. I don't want to keep bringing in new people, but I like ya. Let's do it. Welcome, Banhi. Have a look at your skills, Banhi. So she's a cook as well. I'll let you do your cooking. Makes you happy. Have a little grilling hat too. Loves it. Alright. Now let's give her some priorities as well. So she's actually higher priority than Mima. And then same as, I think, building and digging. Why don't we have... Make him... I don't know why we don't have... We didn't have Turner as a high-class builder along with Stinky to give Stinky a bit of help. We'll just get Banhi to help with digging a little bit. Doing well down here, we're so close to the end. Let's double check to see how our eggs are doing. 64%, yeah, still a while off there. Great job. And there it goes. So let's our plumbing overlay. Make sure that goes the right way. Assume it does, there's no reason. Presumably at worst it would want pressure that way and then sort of push up that way anyway. And no, smart enough to know which way to fill the pipe. Alright, so we can now leave that to run and give us all that lovely liquid. Now, the next thing that we do really need to commit to is our metal refinement. I think the big question for me is how much this temperature this is going to create. Let's just cancel off that for a second. Oh no, I have to read this to significantly heats and outputs the liquid piped into it. It does feel that it's going to heat a liquid that possibly don't want otherwise heated. But I mean, if I can use this, it can just sort of just burn that. I mean, it's heated enough, right? I could probably burn the germs out, right? I can optimistically think that. And she's found a bed. Good. Let's just have a look at her schedule too. So I assume she's resorted to the default schedule. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that one, or on this. So we'll get Barney to on that schedule. So, I guess the question for me then is going to be, where should I put the metal refinery? Now, assumably it should be somewhere near this. So, I mean, I could possibly just put it above it, just in this section here. Because it would keep it certainly north of our the main part of our community. So what we'll do is we will deconstruct those two. And we'll deconstruct that piece of pipe. And then once that pipe's gone, we'll put a little lock there to just block this room off. So that the carbon dioxide isn't just leaking out. Why can't I put that there? There we go. Okay, and then what we'll do is we will dig as far that way as we can sort of go. 4. Let's revisit how this is going. So, those masts have been made. This is no contents in it. But if I say enable, let's see what happens. So once it's enabled, will they go and get the proper mask it needs? So that one's got its oxygen mask. I'm just not sure what I've done wrong with my other attempts to make them. I think he's just picked up some oxygen masks. Where are you off to? Oh, some sandstone. So I should probably build 2 tiles there as well so you can walk across here. So I think this whole time you must have to go all the way around the top to get over if they can't. Oh no, because you'd walk down to the ladder and then get up. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe let's cancel those then. Gosh, you can walk down to the ladder. I'm certain I just saw May moving the oxygen masks. cancel the delivery and then say delivery again. I don't think there's that much else that's just going on at the moment. But surely someone should be on the case, right? Suited duplicates may only pass if there is an available dock to store their suit. And all available docks are full, duplicates will unequip their suit and drop them to the floor. So it seems vacancy is probably what we want. No, he went over to pick up some sandstone. Just that it's such a low priority request, maybe? I mean, it's fine, it's not being used for anything at the moment, but... And this is probably the point where what I'll do is... I'll try... locking that door. Just to see what happens if they try and go through the airlock. If they do go and take that one mask. I do really need to address this water down here too. Alright, let's try and... How long have we got? Oh, we don't have long today. Alright. Might come back to that next time. That one thing I need to do is put a tap in here. Stable that tap. And then just make a quick rule that, like, all water should be dumped in here. And then prioritize all of that cleaning to get that moved, just so they stop wandering through it, because there's no more coming down there. That water is just that tiny bit germy. All that water is just the tiniest bit germy that I don't want to be using it. Going up here, okay, so that room's been built. Plenty of slime lung around there, I assume, because there's slime. Let's put in... Let's put slime lung in the air there, which isn't great. So let's wall that off as quick as we can. Yeah, no idea what I'm missing with this. Well, I guess that'll be one of my questions for the comments for this time. What am I doing wrong? Why was I able to successfully get one to take a mask, but then the other three, they're not interested in sort of delivering them over there. I guess a last check on our eggs, 76%. So yeah, we can probably imagine that they should be close to open next time. Heaps of water still to pump out of here. More need to expand our dining room since we've got another person that won't have a desk. A table, rather. So we might just have to reconsider where we can put another mess hall. Alright, there we go. Joe's stinky enjoying his last hours of sleep. And until next time, we'll catch you later. See ya.